welcome back to another edition of the Spinato Spin. Great to have you here, doing something a little different tonight. Excited as all get out to be with you. Gonna go without any pictures tonight because the topic is pretty simple, pretty cut and dried. And what we're talking about tonight is something I think that can help you a real lot, and can help anybody a real lot. It's public speaking. Public speaking is something a lot of people shy away from. They're really not excited about doing it. If they'll do it, maybe they will do it, or some of them just get so freaked out about it they don't want to do it. And show of hands, who here likes to do public speaking? All right, I think I'm the only one in the group right now. All right, no big deal. But that's okay. I'm here to tell you that it's not that difficult. It's not that much of a challenge. You know, I kind of did have an advantage, though, growing up. I grew up in a family where they really encouraged public speaking. Whenever we'd have family get-togethers, the 20, 30 people, 40 people get together, everyone was encouraged to get up and speak. Very outspoken family, so it made it real easy to encourage one another to speak because everyone felt comfortable. I even noticed when I was growing up as a kid, I was always the one that wanted to do show and tell for extra credit. It never bothered me at all. Well, I never even realized some people might not enjoy it as much. But there's a lot of things you could pick up along the way that makes it a lot easier to do. The most important thing is, and I believe this, I don't care, you know, how you feel about anything, it's the topic. If you like the subject that you're talking about, you could talk to anybody. You could talk to some old lady on the bus about it on your way home. You could talk to the whole bus about it if you enjoy it enough. I mean, the bottom line is real simple. It's how you feel about the subject that's going to determine how you present the subject. Make sense? I mean, the most important thing that goes on a lot with people is they're terrified of public speaking because they don't know what to say. Well, say whatever you like. Do it whatever way you want. I took 2 public speaking classes, and I went to Toastmasters just because I wanted to see what they were all about. In high school, I took a speech class, very interesting. College, I took a speech class where he started off the class and had us read our favorite subject. Well, I always thought about this, and this is how you got to understand it too, is you got to try to soften up the audience, soften yourself up. Tell a joke, say something funny. One thing I did with my first talk in front of the whole class was, you know, my subject's about this. Who here really likes what I'm about to talk about? Now, go ahead, you know, and I kind of reached out to them. I said, humor me, you know, do you like the subject I'm about to talk about? Let me see a show of hands. And I wanted them to feel like they were part of what the conversation was going to be, what the talk was going to be about. I mean, you don't want people nodding off while you're trying to talk, and you don't want people to have these weird looks on their face. You want to kind of understand where they're coming from. And usually if you get people to laugh, they relax, you relax. Makes sense again? I think it does. I think that's a big part of what public speaking comes down to. Know your audience, know your subject, know yourself, but more importantly, be very confident. You know, another thing about public speaking a lot of people don't understand, probably because they're too nervous to realize it, is you have a really unique perspective of the room. You're the only one that sees this part of the room. If you're in front of 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, your set of eyeballs are peeking out over in front of you. You see everybody. If you relax enough, take a deep breath and look around, you can see how everyone's reacting. You can see what everyone's doing. You know, you got to understand that you're in control of the situation totally. You're the one that they're looking at. You have their attention. Say something. My attitude always, once I understood I wasn't bad at all and felt comfortable talking in front of a room, was that say something good. Make them feel good. Make them say, hey, that was pretty good talk. I really enjoyed that. That guy really had some good things to say. As a matter of fact, he helped me feel better about myself. That's what it's got to come down to. The ability to public speak is tremendous. I read somewhere that Lowell Thomas, one of the people that wrote the foreword, of Dale Carnegie's book on public speaking. He calls it the shortcut to distinction. When I asked that question earlier and I said, who here doesn't like the public speaking? Let me ask this question. If you were better at public speaking, would that make a difference in your career? Would that make a difference in how you feel about yourself? Well, the question is, if that's true, what do you got to do to get better? What do you have to do? What things should you work on? You know, if you think about it, the person that gets to do the public speaking for that period of time really takes control of the situation. He's looked at or she's looked at more as a leadership type person, because that person's willing to forward their ideas. Take your time. Take a deep breath. Think about what you're about to say. Think about how you're going to say it. And be totally confident that what you're saying is right and what you're saying is going to come out perfect. It's not as much of a challenge as people think. I was amazed when I learned that public speaking was one of the biggest things people fear in their lives. That's crazy. There's really nothing to be public. Think about this. If you are inhibited, don't feel good, talk in front of the mirror. And look at the mirror. That's intimidating enough. And if you can overcome that, then you can talk in front of people. Just understand that you are able to do it. Just believe in yourself and you can do it. Public speaking is something that can go a long way in identifying who the leader is. You know, if you could public speak, you can probably get a lot more things done with a good group of people and get them to understand where you're coming from. And don't ever hesitate when they say, does anyone have anything to say when you're in a group? Practice it. You know, the old saying, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing badly. You know, if it's something that can help your career or help whatever aspect of your life you want to improve on, it's worth giving it a shot and getting yourself going. Spinato Spin, great to talk to you this week. Hope you have an awesome week. And remember, public speaking is the key, the shortcut to distinction. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye now.